Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is StephenPhotoArtist. I'll be your host, and let's talk about what this channel is and what it's not. Are you ready? Let's do it. Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. If you're interested in increasing your creativity in photography, also to be taught new techniques and elevating your skills in not only photography, but actually photo art, and also being inspired to move yourself to another level, then you've hit the right channel. If you could please do me a favor, and that is actually hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. So next time I upload a video, you'll get notified on that. Okay, with that out of the way, let's talk about what this channel is about and what it's not about. First, let's start with what this channel is not about. First of all, it's not about camera body reviews. There's plenty of channels out there that do a great job on that. If you're interested in buying a new camera for some reason, I would seek those out. I'm not going to talk about that. I typically talk about how to get the best out of what you have, because to me, I don't care what you shoot with. What brand is irrelevant. It's what you do, again, with what you have is a big deal. So no reviews on my channel. No camera club rules and mentality. If you belong to a camera club, that's fine. But if you're interested in moving to another level, we have a rule, and that is there's only one rule, and that is, again, here's the rule. We have no rules, and I'll talk about that in a future video. But if you belong to a camera club, they tend to shove you in a box, and you're bound to that box, and they'll criticize you for going out of that box. So if that's what you want, that's fine, but we're not going to have any of that over here on this channel. And the last thing is I'm not going to be critiquing images. It's a big rabbit hole that I found that people go down that they get discouraged. I was actually taught by well-known photographers, which I will not mention, but I will in the future, about not wasting your time entering contests and having your images critiqued unless you belong to a camera club. Totally different. But if you're in business, it will suck the life out of you. I'll explain why. And you're having people judge you based on their taste and not your taste. So we'll talk about that more in depth in the future, but you're not going to find me critiquing anybody's images. Now, I will go and look at different websites of different photo artists and talk about their style and stuff, but I'm not going to critique whether you should like them or not at all in the channel. So if that's not what we're going to talk about, what are we going to talk about? So let's talk about what this channel is about. Number one is about being a photo artist and understanding the difference between being a photo artist and a photographer. And we're wearing two different hats. I jump back and forth. Sometimes I'm doing work as a photo artist, and other times I'm switching hats and have to wear the hat of a photographer because I'm doing traditional, say, a family shoot or a high school senior shoot, that kind of stuff. So again, we'll understand the difference in future videos. We'll also talk about creativity and what are some techniques we can do to elevate our creativity and just get out of that box. In other words, thinking out of the box all the time, and how I did it and how I still work on my skills in doing that all the time. So we'll spend a lot of time on creativity in the future. The business of photography. I have never been full-time in photography. It's always been a part-time business for me. Doesn't mean that you can't go full-time if you want to, but I find more and more people are part-time. I was always living on the road doing seminars, doing Photoshop, and there was about 20 years of doing that. So in between, I was actually doing photography work for about 17 years. Still do it today as of 2022, even though I'm semi-retired. I actually teach occasionally, and I do paid assignments. So we'll talk about what I've learned in business and what others have taught me who are full-time in the business for years, not photographers who do photography part-time, but most of their income comes from teaching. And they're talking about business, but yet most of their income is from teaching other photographers. So I think it's more important to get feedback and information from people that are actually doing this full-time. They don't make money from, say, teaching at all. Maybe later in their life they do, but not when they're very active. So we'll talk about business there. The next thing we'll talk about is actually looking at and examining other photo artists, their styles, and what people might like and maybe not like based on the style, but it's important to take a look at other people other than just myself. We'll take a look at me doing interviews. I'm hoping to do some interviews with some photo artists in the future that will be available. I'm also going to talk about interviewing different models and what models look for in photographers and what you should be aware of. I think is so important when you're dealing with them, that you have good communication skills between yourself and that model. Also, I'm hoping to have some interviews with people who actually own their own studio. Now, some of those studios could be an in-home studio, and some are actually in a building by itself. They built their business up where they actually have an outdoor, or outside, I should say, commercial studio. So hopefully we'll have some interviews on that. You'll also have me get involved in a lot of rants. I'm going to debunk a lot of things that you were told to do for years. There's a lot of BS out there, and a lot of that BS is so strong that you can actually smell it. That's how bad it is. I know I'm going to raise some eyebrows when I talk about this stuff, and a lot of people will disagree with me. That's fine. I will back it up with facts, and I will back it up with other well-known commercial photographers who agree with me, because I learned that from them, because I thought I was the only one that thought that way. So there'll be some rants coming in the near future on things. Software techniques, I'll share some ideas and techniques for you in Photoshop to share that and my knowledge with it, and some maybe with Lightroom. I'll share some plugins I use with Photoshop. And also, if there's a plugin that you're curious about that I don't use, let me know about it. And I'll take a look at that and dissect it and give you the pros and cons of that software for you before you end up in, maybe investing in that software in your workflow. Also, email me if you have any questions on anything. If something didn't make sense in a video, please contact me. I'll try to get back with you as soon as possible. Also, if you have an idea for a topic that you would like to see covered, let me know. I'll do my best to actually facilitate that and actually offer that in the near future. So that's a little bit about what this is about. You see my email address at the very bottom. It is StephenPhotoArtist@gmail.com. I'll also place those in the show notes. So if you're ready to increase your creativity, literally thinking out of the box, get inspired, please do me a favor again, and that is like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Okay, with that out of the way, hopefully I'll see you in the next video. See ya!